So this is the MacBook Pro 2023 with the M3 chipsets. Yes, the MacBook Pro M3. On my video today, I'm going to be telling you everything to know about this MacBook Pro M3. Okay, so all you need to do is to watch this video to the very end to get the full information. Okay, so the M3 chipset came out only 4 months after the M2 Ultra was released to the public. I may be wondering if the M3 chipset was properly built within 4 months and if you should upgrade. I have an M2 over here and I can tell you that this M3 right here, this M3 is way faster and more affordable than the M2. Yes, you heard me right. It is more affordable in price, and in terms of the productivity and the performance, this M3 is way better. Well, till we get to the pricing and also the performance of this M3, I'll leave that hanging. So let's get started with the review. Now to the design of the MacBook Pro M3. So now this MacBook Pro M3 uses a different build from the previous MacBooks, from the 2016 to the M2 of the 2022. So now let's start with the ports. Okay, while the previous MacBooks just have 2 Type-C ports and a headphone jack, okay, you can see that this has on the left hand side a MagSafe charging port, okay, now 2 USB-C ports and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Now these 2 Type-C ports can also be used to charge this MacBook Pro. So on your left hand side you have 3 charging ports, okay, which is very convenient if you're looking for, let's say, a charger to charge this MacBook. And now on the right hand side we have this SD card slots, we have this Type-C cable and also the HDMI ports. Okay, so this Type-C cable can also be used to charge this MacBook also. And guys, one very thing I love about the design, the ports on this MacBook Pro M3 compared to the previous version is this is more reliable. Now why do I say so? Okay, so coming over to this, my M1 over here, as you can see by the left hand side you have just these 2 Type-C cable, and by right hand side you have just this headphone 3.5mm jack. So whenever I am done, let's say, shooting my video, my camera over here, for me to now bring my memory card, I need to get this adapter to put in my memory card. Or if I want to bring in my hard drive, I also need to get this adapter, or even to plug in my HDMI cable when I'm editing on my monitor. Okay, but with this MacBook M3, all I need to do is bring on my memory card from this camera over here, then plug it right here. Okay, and if I want to now quickly edit, I can just get the HDMI cable on my monitor and plug it here. So as you can see, it's actually very easy on this MacBook Pro M3. And I guess this is one of the upgrades that MacBooks did, let's say after, I guess, maybe people complain about the ports on their MacBook. And also about the charging, let's say for example I am currently on the left hand side here editing my videos, right, or working on my laptop. I can plug in my MagSafe 3 charger over here, or my Type-C cable, whichever one I am with. And if I'm over here also on this other side, I can also plug my charging port over here without having to, let's say, twist the cable round. Okay, but when it comes to charging on this MacBook Pro M3, you should know that this MagSafe charging is faster than this other Type-C USB ports. Yes, it's way faster. So if you want your MacBook to get filled up faster, instead of using Type-C cable, go with this MagSafe 3. Now to the keyboard, as you can see here, this M3 does not have the touchpad like the previous MacBooks. Okay, so I will kind of compare this M3 design to that of the 2015 MacBook Pro, because it practically has almost everything just like that 2015 MacBook Pro, just that you can still make use of your fingerprint, as it has a fingerprint ID over here, but every other thing is quite similar. Okay, so instead of using a touch bar to increase and reduce the brightness of your MacBook, or to, let's say, increase or reduce the audio volume, you have to do it using the button over here. Okay, all you need to do is just to press this button and it's going to increase and this to reduce. So this is one of the changes on the previous MacBook that this M3 also made. Okay, the size of this trackpad is still the same as that of the 2016 MacBook Pro, which gives you enough room to move your cursor around when you're working on this your MacBook Pro M3. Now to the display, this MacBook Pro M3 has a 14.2-inch diagonal screen. Yes, and it uses this liquid retina XDR display. Okay, and you can see on your screen every other specs of this display. It has XDR brightness of 1000 nits, which is sustained full screen. Okay, SDR brightness of 600 nits. The colors, it can produce 1 billion colors. It uses this wide color P3 and also true tone technology. Guys, when we're working on this M3 MacBook Pro, the color quality it brings out is just so amazing. Yes, it's actually way better than my daily drive, which is the M1 MacBook Pro 2020. It's way better than it. Okay, and you can see for yourself the amazing quality on this M3 MacBook Pro. So now off to the audio, webcam and mics. This MacBook Pro uses a 1080p FaceTime HD camera, which is an improvement from the previous MacBook cameras, which was 720 HD. Okay, and right now I'm going to show you the quality of this camera so that you can tell me in the comment section if it is clear enough for you. Okay, and later on my channel right here, I'm going to be comparing this MacBook M3 and also this my daily drive MacBook M1. Yes, I'll compare everything, including the FaceTime, the performance, and everything you need to know about both of them. So you can also choose for yourself which one you will be going for. Okay, based on what you need a MacBook for, right? So now let me show you the quality of this 1080p FaceTime HD camera on this MacBook Pro M3. So guys, this is the 1080p HD FaceTime camera on the MacBook Pro M3. Let me know what you think of the quality, okay? And you can also check out my other videos so you can see the difference between this quality and the quality on the M1, the M2, the 2015 MacBook Pro, 2019 MacBook Pro, and the rest. Okay. Yeah, also check out the sound quality, because as I'm making this video, Brain is actually the reasoning behind me. So let me know if this MacBook Pro also picks the rain sound, or it's just my voice it's picking. Now for the audio, it has this high fidelity 6 speaker sound system with force cancelling woofers. That's a wide stereo sound, and also support for spatial audio when playing music or video with Dolby Atmos on built-in speakers. Now for the performance, this is one of the major things that people look out for when getting a MacBook or a laptop as a whole. What can this MacBook Pro M3 do? Okay, so what makes it different from the M2, and why should you go for this M3 rather than the M2? Okay, now these are the specs of the M3. Now, we're using this, MacBook Pro M3 to edit videos, because, editing videos is one of the heaviest performance you can do on a laptop. Guys, I've used the 2015 MacBook Pro to edit. I've used the M1, I've used the M1 Pro, I've used the M2, and now the M3. And I can tell you for sure that this M3 is very smooth when it comes to editing videos. Yes. Okay, now, after editing, I edit 1080p videos, I edit 4K videos without it lagging or hanging, like stress-free, and it's just so amazing when I'm working on this. Yes. And after editing my videos, normally when it's time to export, most times it takes a long time to export, right? Let's say if it takes my MacBook Pro 2015 about 30 to 1 hour to export a particular video after editing, and it takes my MacBook M1, let's say around 30-20 minutes, this is going to take less than 10 minutes or within 10 minutes. Yes, it is that fast. Like, so if you look at the performance of this MacBook Pro, guys, this is superb. Okay, so this MacBook Pro can handle all your day-to-day tasks, and even more than that, any heavy task you think you can do on a laptop, this can carry it. Now to the battery. When it comes to working on this MacBook Pro M3, the battery capacity should not be your concern, because this also lasts very long. Okay, as you can see here, Apple says it lasts up to 22 hours, Apple TV, app movie playback and up to 15 hours wireless web and the rest of them. So whenever you're working on this laptop, right, let's say you're editing videos, you can stay for hours, editing your videos on Premiere Pro, on CapCut, Filmora, OneCut, anyone, and this would not go off. Yes, for hours. Okay, so once it's fully charged, it can take you for the whole day if you're performing your normal day-to-day task, surfing through the net, watching movies and all. Okay, so when it comes to the battery, like I said, this has a very long-lasting battery. Okay, now after the software updates, okay, this should not even be a problem to you because since this came out last year, it's definitely going to get all the latest updates coming next month, and even let's say next year, next 2 years, up to the next 5 years, this MacBook M3 will be getting the latest updates. The fact is because currently this year, the 2019 MacBook Pro is going to be getting the macOS coming out this year. So imagine the years difference and talking about this. Okay, so that should not be a problem, right? And now, off to the price. At the beginning of my video, I told you guys that this M3 is more affordable than the M2. Okay, and even when I found out, I was surprised, right? I was also surprised. Look at the fact that this M3 has more capacity and more capability than the M2. But how come it is more affordable than the M2? Now, let me show you what I mean. So as you can see here on the cnet.com, these are the MacBook prices, okay? The M2 MacBook Air is $999. Okay, let me just quickly go to the M3, MacBook Pro 14-inch. Okay, this compared to MacBook I am telling you about, okay? So it says here, M3 MacBook Pro 14-inch is $1,599. Let's just call it $1,600, okay? That is for the least price. And now when you go to the M2 MacBook Pro 14-inch, okay, you can see it is $1,999. So let's call it $2,000. It means this M3 MacBook Pro 14 inches is, $400 more affordable than this M2. Guys, so if you have not gotten an M2 yet and you're contemplating should you get an M2 and M3, guys, go for this M3 because it is way more affordable and even has better performance capability than the M2, as you can see over here. All right, and the best price it says is $1,400 for the best price. That is for the M3 MacBook Pro, and for the M2 MacBook Pro 14-inch, the best price is $1,700. That is $300 difference. And guys, if you're in Nigeria watching this video and you convert that $300 times 1.6 or even $400 times 1.6, you know how much it's going to give you just to get a brand new M3 MacBook Pro. Wow. So as you can see, in terms of the price, this MacBook Pro M3 is way more affordable. So now for my final verdict, okay, seeing this MacBook Pro M3 is actually a very sleek laptop. When it comes to the design, the body build, the performance, every single thing about this laptop is just spectacular. Okay, however, should you upgrade if you're, let's say, using an M2 or an M2, Ultra and the rest of them? Well, I would not really advise you to upgrade. Let's say you're using an M1, you're thinking of, which MacBook you should upgrade next to. Then M3 MacBook Pro is the best choice for you. And guys, if you are patient enough, okay, M4 is coming out very soon. Let's say September, October, and you can also check out, if you could go for that one, if that one has way more better features than this M3, and it's also going to be more affordable, like the price of this M3 and this M2, who knows? So I'll be seeing you guys in my next video where I compare this MacBook Pro M3 with this MacBook Pro M1 2020, and also I'm going to compare this MacBook Pro M3 with lots of other MacBooks so that you can also tell me in the comment section which you're going to be going for. And also my channel here, I talk about iPhones, Samsung, and everything about your gadgets, right? So all you need to do is you click the subscribe button below and turn on the bell notification icon so that you can get the full information. Okay, I'm going to be seeing you guys in my next video as we discover the smart online tips.